Congrats on waking up and getting into the week and all of the things, okay? So, first things first, let me just say, soon as I can. What am I trying to say here? You guys know what I'm saying. There it is. First things first, if you are watching this on the YouTubes, what you're going to want to do is click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. If you are watching somewhere else, what you're going to want to do is go over to YouTube, search my first and last name, click on the subscribe button and then the bell so you get notified when new videos come on, okay? Here's why, or here's a reason why. A reason why is this. I have decided I'm going to pick the winners on Tuesday because let's be very realistic, Mondays come quick. And I don't necessarily always have the name by Monday morning because after all the other things on Monday morning, I may not be ready yet, is the truth. Let's call it. It is what it is. Tuesday mornings, I am going to start releasing who won the previous week. Now, how do you win? A prize for nothing. All you do is you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on the videos on YouTube, okay? One person every single week that is both subscribed and commented on a video the last week is going to win something, okay? You don't have to purchase anything. You don't have to do any of that. You just get to win something, okay? Just for being subscribed and commenting on the videos. Now, will you win other things too? Yes, of course. You're going to win the life of your dreams. And the reason why is because whenever you listen to what I'm saying to you, you're hearing truth. When you listen to what I'm saying to you, you're listening to somebody who has done it themselves. You're not listening to somebody who says they're a guru at something. You're not listening to somebody who says, oh, well, I learned this from somebody else and now maybe I can teach it also, even though I haven't done it. You're not doing that. You're listening to the horse's mouth, okay, of somebody who's actually done this, who's quit their job, who's built a life for their family where we can vacation and whatever. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying it because it's possible. I'm saying it because it's accessible and it's not difficult, okay? You just need to understand the steps to take in order to do it. So will you win something? Always. Will I mail something to your house? One person a week. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and get this off of here. Carrie, good Monday morning. Oh, man, I love it. Let me get you up there. Beth, happy Monday. Let's do this. Yes. Carrie, look at the yellow power color on you. I love yellow, man. It was my dad's favorite color, too, which is why my car is yellow and why it's one of my brand colors. Everything, all the things. Plus, it makes me happy. Yellow makes me happy. It's a little bit rainy here. And whenever it gets rainy and dreary, I show up in yellow. That's what happens. Michelle, hugs and happy Monday blessings. Aw, thank you. Britt, good morning, Martha. Megan, dang, your video looks amazing. Aw, shucks. Thank you. Graham, good morning, Martha. Christiana, good morning. Watching Bridge to HBR, awesome. If you're not in Bridge to HBR, oh, Natasha, hi Monday afternoon in South Africa. Boom. Amanda, good morning. Martina, hey, Martha. Shining bright, girl. Yes. Heather, hey, girl, listening on our way to chemo. Oh, God bless you guys. Everybody pray for Heather Martin and her family. Her baby has to go through chemo. Nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should have to go through that, and certainly not alone. Let's all make sure that we pray. Prayer is powerful. Okay, guys? Don't you ever forget that. Sasha, Dreary here too. Good morning. Melanie, hello. So, I don't remember what I was talking about before, but it doesn't matter. I will go ahead and continue with what I was going to say. Today, what I want to talk about is this. If anybody remembers what I was talking about, feel free to remind yo girl what was going on. Today, what I want to talk about is how failure equals confidence. Okay. First, before I can go into all of that, I have to address the fact that people by nature are freaked out about failure. They freak out about it. They think like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. As we're raised, we're taught to feel bad about things not going the way that we intended for them to go. I'd like to introduce a different perspective on that and say, we're only human. Very few times are things going to go the way we think they're going to go. So why are we so worried about, why are we all getting upset about it when it doesn't happen? You're setting yourself up to feel bad instead of grow. So whenever we think of failure, as adults especially, whenever we think of failure, we think of embarrassment. Let me know, whenever I say the word failure, what does it mean to you? In the comments, let me know. When I say failure, what is that? And don't say what you think you want. I want you to say that I want to hear. Don't say that. Say what your truth was before this video. Because that's okay. This is another exercise in let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with each other. Let's just be honest. We can't grow if we're not honest. So whenever we think of failure, not good enough, think Ross yelling pivot, rejection, failure is shameful, letting someone down, I didn't live up to my expectations, woo, failure equals guilty, deep disappointment, failure to me means lessons learned. Disappointment, not good enough. So the ones that I keep seeing over and over again are disappointment and not good enough. And that's what, wow, Martina said, to be honest, failure used to make me feel unworthy. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because we can change it. But as we've grown up and developed into adults and then aged into being a more mature adults, failure gets scarier and scarier and scarier. Now, for most people, the logical look at it, as we get older and older, we get wiser and we start to say, I don't give a rip. But it still gets scarier and scarier because to us it means, oh my gosh, I'm this far along and I'm still failing. Let me just give you some perspective there, okay? First of all, you don't fail if you don't try. If you're failing, let's define failure. Not from Webster, let's just define it from us. So what failure really is that you tried a thing, you thought something was going to happen and that thing didn't happen. Now, when I say it that way, does it feel that bad? Because doesn't it innately let you know that there are then other things that could happen instead? When we look at failure, we look at, okay, I set out to, let's just say, do this business, because that's the lane I'm in, okay? So I set out to build this business. I expected to be at X, Y, and Z. I expected to be selling X, Y, and Z. I expected to have this number of audience. I expected this, I expected this, I expected this, okay? Out of this business. I've been through that many times where I was like, man, this is going to be an awesome business. Then nobody got it. Right? This is like in the beginning, but still you set up this business and like no one gets it. No one gets what it does for them. No one gets like that you're amazing, because you are, right? Nobody gets it. And if nobody gets it, the business doesn't grow. And so there's a lot that happens in messaging there. However, we'll get into that later. But when that didn't work, so for me, in one of our first businesses, whenever that happened and it didn't work, I could have said, oh, okay, listen, I tried. This isn't going to happen. Like, this isn't, people don't get it. People don't get it. I could have just gotten upset and quit. And had I just gotten upset and quit, none of us would be where we are right now. Okay? Had I just gotten upset and quit, then I wouldn't have gone through the trenches of figuring out what it really looks like to be able to make a business successful and not salesy and not sleazy, and being able to live from your heart and from your soul every single day, day in and day out, and creating positive impact in the world around us as we create income for our families and for our businesses. None of that would have happened. And the business world would still be upside down. Because what we've done via HBR, what we've done is we've come in and turned the business world right side up for our HBR people. Everybody else is still in the dark. Let's just call it. Everybody, oh, and there's black behind me. That's so ironic I just said that. But everyone else is in the dark. They don't really know how to build a business. They don't really know how to make it sustainable. They don't really know how to do it without ads. And they don't really know how to do it in a way that feels good to them, instead of, I got to show up and sell something. I got to show up and sell something. That's not what life needs to be like. Instead, it can be like, hey, I'm going to show up and serve. That's what we're created for. Tell me in the comments if you agree with me that we are created to serve this world. You're my people if you believe that we're created to serve this world. Now, living in service, does that mean that you need to be broke? No. That's another lie. That's another narrative that people would love for you to believe, because the minute that you believe that, then you're not going to go for it. Because if you believe that you have to be broke to be in service to the planet, to be in service to the world, if you believe that you have to be broke in order to do so, does that sound like something you want to do? Probably not. And they're counting on that. They're counting on you thinking, I would really love to be able to show up and help people, but man, I got to be able to make some money. I can't be broke. I got to feed my family. I got to do X, Y, and Z. The narrative is wrong. It's not true. You have to be able to look at the narrative for what it is, which is just a story that serves them and not us. That narrative keeps us from showing up for the very reason that we are placed here on the planet at this time, for such a time as this. That narrative does not come from our Creator, you guys. You got to stop believing the lies. The longer you believe the lies, the more days, months, and years pass by, and all of a sudden you're on your deathbed and you're like, man, I really should have done more. I'm just keeping it real, you guys. I love you so much. I love you so much. I'm not going to let you live lives that are lack and void of purpose. I'm not going to let you. Because the moment that you realize that you can live a life of purpose and be able to make money while you're doing it and not be a bad person for doing that. is the very moment that you will start to receive blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings, because you are free. Does that make sense? You have golden handcuffs on right now. Golden handcuffs. You are handcuffed to your job. You are handcuffed to spending 40, 60, 80, 100 hours doing somebody else's labor every single week, you guys. You are handcuffed to that. And what you are handcuffed from is the life you were designed to live. That's the truth. Now, there may be some of you and you're like, well, I love my job and I love showing up at my job. I'm not talking to you then. Then you're in the right place. Would you still be okay with making extra money from home to be able to help live in service to your community as well? You probably would. But right now, you guys, something I posted on my Facebook last night was that not only are we going to end poverty in this world, but we're putting families back together again. There is a massive narrative and campaign that is essentially tearing families apart. And it's whether people have to work all day and never see their kids, or if it's because their finances are so terrible that, most divorces end, or most marriages end in divorce because of finances, not because of infidelity. If you look at the stats, the infidelity is usually forgiven in some way. It's finances. It's not having the money right. That's what's tearing families apart. And then also not being with each other. You guys, our families are one of the biggest blessings we will ever have. And if we allow for that entire thing to be torn apart, which we're in the throes of it happening right now. If you're not aware, look around. We're in the throes of it happening right now. If we allow that to happen, you guys, how do we foresee it getting better in the future? It's like when an animal goes extinct, it's extinct. When it's gone, it's gone. This is up to us. This isn't just business. This isn't just, let's make some money. This is much bigger than that. This is, let's take our power back and let's shift the world the way we were designed to do it. Does that make sense, you guys? So I'll get back to my main point. That was all a rabbit hole. Sorry about that. Monday, case of the Mondays. I'm just going to get deep with it. But for failure equals confidence, let me just kind of back right back up into that. So you guys, until you've failed, until you've allowed yourself to fail, you can't be confident. Because confidence comes from failing and going again, failing and starting again, failing and keeping going, failing and keeping going. That's where confidence comes from. You cannot possibly have confidence without failure, because in the back of your mind, whenever you get successful, if you get successful for some reason without failing first, most people don't, but if you get successful for some reason without failing first, in the back of your mind, you're always going to be like, what if this all just goes away? What if it all goes away? And then it will. And you're not going to know what to do with it. And that might be the ultimate failure. But when you fail small, but you keep growing from it, you keep learning and changing and growing because of these failures, you develop a confidence. Because I failed 1,000,000 times. You think I'm scared to fail? No, I've done it before and I'm fine. No, I failed many times. Sometimes I fail daily. And I'm still all right. And I still move forward and I still serve my people. I'm not scared of failure. I understand what it is. I just keep going. But until you've had enough failure and you keep going, you can't develop that confidence that you know anything that comes your way has got to come to you first. And I will look it in the eye and I will give it a wink. Go ahead. Come at me, bro. Come at me. You're not going to stop me. You're not going to stop me. My mission is bigger than any fear I could ever have. That's where we all need to get, where our mission is bigger than any fear we could ever have. If you guys, where are we at? Doggone it, I just went over in time. If you guys are watching this and you're like, I want what she's having, please, you need to be an HBR. HBR is about to take off in a huge way. It's already, I don't know why I always say about to. There's already people that are massively successful in HBR. Your entire life changes with HBR. It's inexpensive, you guys. It's an investment into the rest of your world. It's not, when I say investment, usually people are like, ooh, how much is it? Not much. Not much. You need this. We're creating a movement. We have created a movement. This world is changing and it's going to be from us. If you want to be part of it, you need to be an HBR stat. Okay? Stat. What you do is you message my Livin the Dream with Martha page. It's a Facebook page, business Facebook page. Message me the words case study or just like, hey girl. Whatever you want to message me is totally fine with me. But message me. I'm going to read through some comments here. Nancy, that confidence. Oh, here, let me get this off here. Make sure you write this down. Livin the Dream with Martha. If you're not in HBR yet, you need to stop playing around. Tomorrow is promised to no one. I had a vision yesterday whenever I was in church, a vision. I just kind of like see things. Not like, I'm not saying like I'm psychic or anything. I'm just saying like, I imagine things. And there was a thing that I was thinking during church yesterday, and I was like, it was people on their deathbeds realizing that they hadn't shown up as they were supposed to in their world, that they had kind of just walked through their life and let life happen to them. And at the end of their life, they realized, oh my gosh, I was supposed to do X, Y, and Z and didn't do it. I had all of this time to do X, Y, and Z, and I didn't do it. And I imagined people on their deathbed thinking that. And then I imagined the people in HBR and the throne room just erupting because of us doing this right now, us walking through our lives and showing up in our world and positively impacting the world the way that we do, and the throne room looking down at us and erupting like they are doing it. They are awake. They understand their purpose before it's too late, and they are doing it. You guys, we are doing it. HBR is it. There's a prayer that I pray every morning, and it's make me a Moses, and I never realized exactly what that meant. More of that is happening right now than I ever even expected. I say it because I want to be able to speak clearly. I want for my words to land on your heart the way they're supposed to land on your heart. I want to be spoken through. What is happening is we are leading people out of bondage. That's what's happening. God is on the move, and don't you forget it. I love you guys. Bye-bye.